Hello, and can we have a screen? We can have a screen to share. Hi, I'm BonBonB. You're very, very welcome. Right, again, my usual out of breath status from running around while the stream sets itself up, and I prepare myself a nice little bottle of water, and I'm now sat down all relaxed. Now, I was here this morning. Where were you? And you wouldn't know I was here this morning. I had a slight problem this morning, and it was me. I was the problem. Set up the stream and thought I'd listed it as public, and it was unlisted, and I was talking to myself for an hour. So what I achieved this morning, for those of you who are catching up now, ignore the valley, but everything along here, and these upper areas here and here, all of these have had a second pass of trees now, third pass of trees now, third pass. We go and have a closer look at them. You'll see we now have some taller trees in there and some light trees in there as well, and we're going to be just doing a little bit more of this third passing. That's the plan for right now. Simulation is running, so I'm going to stop that. Simulation's okay speed, but okay speed is what we have. Right, so let's again bring the. This was me for an hour this morning, just bringing in some variety into that. This area I'm going to leave. We're going to come back to that during this stream. Thank you for driving through my living room. Yeah, so this stream here is this area here, the trees were placeholders. I'm not liking them, not feeling them. We're going to turn this into farms during today's stream, and but for now we are going to work around this area, adding again third pass trees. This looks like it's been done to me. It certainly does. Over this side hasn't though, has it? Pop. Smaller brush. I wonder how everybody's been today. I'm sure there'll be plenty of chat updates coming as the regulars appear. If you are one of said regulars, do stop by and say hi. Although at the moment it is just me, myself and I talking to myself, which happens a lot, not just while I'm streaming but in real life, because it's the only way of getting intelligent conversation. Oh man, you gotta love life. Life itself is just the best thing. It beats the alternative, really, doesn't it? Anyway, oh blimey, thinking of that, we've coming up to the first anniversary of the Queen's passing now, in a couple of days' time. It's amazing how these things creep up, isn't it? We're getting older and years just flying by even faster and faster, and people that we once knew no longer with us. Darn it. Queen was a legend. She was an absolute legend. I mean, she was hooty tooty, uber posh, but she was still a legend. Right, I am just a little concerned by. Let me just go and have a little look, make sure we are actually public. We are public. Alright, well normally somebody's joined me by now, but alright, well maybe some will be here a bit later on. It's still early in the stream, but yeah, I'm going to be here for probably a couple of hours, as I really want to make big ground today here, big ground, and get to the points that we are questioning why haven't I uploaded the map to the workshop yet. That is the stage I want to be today. And there are going to be some very specific minor detail issues that I want to look at. I want to go over the entire map just with a quick fly, make sure we don't have anything that looks just ridiculously dumb, that's going to make me appear to be a complete imbecile, which I know wouldn't take much. Oh, Random 5 is here. Hi Random, you're the first the worst, second the best, third the ugly princess, fourth the one with the hairy chest. And I'll stop. How's Random? I hope you're doing okay. I am exhausted. I made that second trip to the wholesaler place that sells that one product I really need, desperately need for my store. Hour round trip again, and again they didn't have any. So it's yeah, that was my start to the day. Just an hour to and froing, and I am aching because I'm not used to that extra exercise. Oh, hang on. Ooh, I see a question. That reminds me, where did the titles for viewers go? Oh, I just forgot about it. Do you want one? Do you want one, Random? We can do you a special title today. Oh, all good. Same as yesterday. Thesis. Good. Yes. Keep working on that thesis. It will not do itself. But yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be probably the last major tree paint. I don't think after today there's going to be anything major in terms of tree painting to do, which will just be the fine detailing little bits and pieces around the map that I'm going to be doing. Anyways, we need to give you a name. Random 5. I should have. Yeah, I've got to write a list of titles, haven't I? Let's get some inspiration. You are today's official Joey Tribbiani. Actually, I just realised from Italy. And of course, it's Italian heritage. Yeah, but that's I basically got the Friends box set, and I think the first 6 people here will be the Friends as in order from left to right on the front of the box, depending on what I assume to be their gender. The first one was Rachel, but I'm still assuming, I know you're not, but I'm assuming that you're going with a male gender today, you know, stereotypical. In which case, the very first male on that list is Joey Tribbiani. So you're today's official Joey Tribbiani. When we run out of a gender appropriate people, I'm going to then give them gender inappropriate people that are available until we run out of characters on the front of the box. Never watch Friends. Never watch Friends? What? Can make up with my, but I can make it. Yeah. Male is good for today. Yeah, he was the effectively the dumb one. Yeah, every sitcom, whatever, always has somebody who doesn't really know what's going on. That was Joey. He was good looking, supposedly good looking. You know, I understand that women find him attractive, so there is that. But he's the clueless one. so clueless, but amazing. A great character, and of course they made a follow-on series based around him, called Joey, which was a complete failure, because the whole thing with Joey that made Joey Tribbiani work was, okay, we're coming back to this area. Let's not do that area. Let's have a look at this river. This river, yep. So yeah, what made him work is because he was the dumb one. Now, if you take him out of the package, give him a new cast around him, and have the show focus on him, he's like the glue that holds the show together. So he has to be a bit knowing. It's hard to actually have the glue, but not the glue being completely clueless. So he was a little bit more knowing, and that kind of drew away from the magic of Joey Tribbiani. But yeah, never watched Friends. Oh wow, if ever you get round to it, there's plenty of content. The early seasons were better. It got a bit stretched around season 8-ish, but where they were, I think they're running out of stories, and then you're getting episodes which are sort of like, do you remember this thing that happened, and then showing highlights from a previous episode, and whatever. But yeah, it turned out he was Italian, or Italian New Yorker, right? And so therefore, yeah, that worked very well, I would say. That worked very well in your case. I wonder who's going to be next. Because anyway, first, if we get a female, a Kiki, then assuming she'll be along, she will be Rachel. Chandler Bing is the next male in the list. Chandler Bing was the Joker. Chandler Bing is me, right? Because all his puns are like that. Just like famously badum-tush. Yeah. So yeah. So the next one will be the official Chandler Bing of today's stream. So, where are we? I know there's a ton of episodes. A ton. I tend to binge everything, so it's better not to start that. Yeah, it's 10 seasons, so you've got a lot of seasons to go through. But I promise you, okay, it's 90s, but the humour still holds up well. And what makes it work, in the same way as something like The Big Bang Theory, the chemistry between the characters, well, it's better than The Big Bang Theory. So yeah, and the characters are all significantly different. They're all likable. It's just a bunch of 20-somethings trying to survive in 1990s New York, and yeah, it is good. It is good. I mean, it has to, if you get 10 seasons on American networks, it's got to be good, right? They cancel it if you're struggling. Excuse me, you get off of there. There we go. So anyway, yeah, currently it's just stick down some. Have we haven't here. Some alternate trees along here. What's the temperature like over there today anyway? Because it has been... we've had no summer in the UK, right? We've had no summer. All the hot air went south, which is why you guys have been like 50 degrees in the shade, especially like Spain. I don't know, I think your summer was quite hot as well, wasn't it? Yeah, that was our summer. You got our summer this year. Whereas... is that done? That's done now. Have I done this one? We have done this one now as well. Okay, we'll do this bit. But today, well, the last couple of days, we've had our summer. It's arrived. Just as the kids go back to school, the sun comes out. So that's just typical, isn't it? Yeah, it is very humid. I've got the fan on for only like the second time this year, and the first time was yesterday It's just too picking hot. It's too hot at the moment. Again, I mean, it's not Mediterranean level heat. You don't have the because you're more Alps, aren't you? Do you get the heat up there? What is the climate like where you are? Because obviously you're further south, but obviously you're elevated. So I'm curious about that one. I'm also curious about this one. Let's have a look. Fine. I think I find the laughing every two. Yeah. I will say though, Friends was recorded in front of a live studio audience, so it might be occasionally fake, in as much as, oh, we need to re-record that. Can everybody laugh like they just did? But there's no actual fake laughter tracks put over the comedy, so it's generally, yeah, it's legit. Been a very nice few days. 2025, all windows open all day long. Here where I live is not as hot, I guess that. It's also very sheltered because my valley goes east-west, so most of the bad stuff is blocked. Wow. Yeah. I get that. Yeah, the 2025, it's basically what it is here in my building at the moment. And it's too hot. It's too hot for my sensitive Anglo skin. I can't deal with it, and nor can most of my customers. Today was awful. I didn't have hardly any trade at all today. People just were not venturing out, or they were, and they were venturing to places other than where I was, because why would you come to me on a day like today? I don't do ice creams. Anyway, so we are working our way around and down. And we will, in time, have done a full circle, at which point, as I was saying earlier, I did actually do an hour this morning, but somebody, I don't know who, somebody forgot to make the video public. So I was busy talking to myself for an hour. And when I'm going, bloody hell, full hour, not one viewer, you rude bloody bastards. And then I checked my settings. And for some reason, somebody, I've no idea who, didn't make the video public. So yeah, when I find out who that was, I'm gonna have a quiet word with them, because yeah, I felt like an absolute idiot talking to myself for that long. I deleted the video, deleted the stream. Nobody's gonna watch the old stream, are they? It was basically me doing exactly this, but over there. Exactly this. Nothing different. Exactly this. Let me go down to sink. I'll get some of that water in a second. I am dehydrated. I've got a bit of a headache on the go. I've been drinking water all day, but it's just not been enough. Anyway, met one of my new neighbours, in terms of, I've got a new cafe opening just over the way from me, and they had a parcel delivered to me. Well, they didn't have it delivered to me, it was delivered to me, and I said, yeah, I'll take it for them. They can come and collect it and say hi. And she had a rather unusual first name, a name that I would only associate as a surname. Nevin. As a given name, as a first name. It's like Nevin, as in Pat, as in the retired footballer from Scotland, used to play for Chelsea. And she was like, yeah, okay. Let's hope you don't marry him then. You'd be Nevin. I didn't say that actually. I'm making up a conversation now. But that was her name. Like, oh, bloody heck. Who? Well, maybe a Chelsea fan. Maybe her dad was a Chelsea fan and won a bet with the wife. Yeah. If it's a girl, I name her. If it's a boy, you name her. All right, name him. Yeah, it's a girl. Okay, Nevin. Divorce soon to follow. Oh, hang on. Did we lose the stream? Oh, hang on. Hang on a minute. All right, hang on. I'm just checking. Looks like I'm good. I got a bit of lag there, and it was I think an ad loading. Oh, the whole thing with these YouTube ads. You know, I said I set them to a really low setting, so you shouldn't get too many of them. They've removed that option. They've removed it. I now can no longer set the frequency of these ads. So it's just whatever happens now. So I apologise if they're more frequent, or if they're not frequent enough. Yeah, you want more ads? I don't know. So anyway, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. I'm gonna go back up to a slightly larger brush here. Get a few randoms popped in here. Pitty patty, pitty patty, pitty patty, pit. Pat. Pit, pat, pit, pat, pit, pat. Pit, pat, pit, pat, pit, pat, pit, pat. And I think this is going to be the last major day of just putting down 7 zillion trees each day. Don't think there's going to be any more after this. As which I'm thankful for. There might be a couple of bits and pieces, and we will go and tweak some detailing areas, like the islands. I know the islands need working a little bit, especially Shark's Tooth Island. It's just not right, is it? So we're going to come back and do that. The middle of the map, the fake road layout, the trees around there do need some little bits of finesse. So we're going to do that. That's definitely done up here, isn't it? Not sure it is. I'm not sure it is. Now it is. That is. Right. Let's get some of that water here. Let's get some of that water. Still just you and me. Anyway, so where are we? Here where I live is not as hot. Yeah, sheltered. I've read that, I think. Just south of the mountains, Milan, Bologna, you get 35. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Never heard that name, but I think it works as yeah, it does. I think you are here. Don't worry. I absolutely love giving my data and more money to big corporations. Yeah. Oh, don't. So yeah, I switched company electricity. Well, I've got a new electricity deal, so sorted that this morning. I want to say this morning, might have been yesterday. And all I'm getting now on Facebook is switch your electricity. I've just done it, and I've got a 3-year contract. I'm not going to need to do it again for another 3 years. It's like when you buy a car and it says, "Hey, you're interested in buying cars?" No, I bought a car. too late. Right, that's water. And this is editing. All back to the editing. I am going to go down to the single. I'm seeing this funny looking path running down the middle. I don't know why it's there, but we're going to affect it. Affect it is what I just did. We're still well underneath the tree limits as well. The tree limit is not going to be a problem. I think this area's had a bit of a pass or something. Have I been up here? I see the tall trees. I don't see any of the... Oh, maybe. Bring that down here. And bring that down here. Okie dokie dokie. Right, so we are again making good ground. Just a little light brush over the areas again. I'm happy with those like that. Okay, I'm going for a bigger brush, and I'm just going to try and do as much of this in one swoop as possible. Ooh. And down a bit more, I think. Yeah, I'm going to wait for dinner tonight. I don't think it's too hot to cook at the moment. I'm just going to end up bloated and just tired from just being too hot and having a meal at this time. So I'm going to hang in there. That's definitely done because I went in there. I know I went in there. Are we close to doing the full loop? I think we are close to having done the full loop. This is done. Right, this area here. Bigger brush. Wonder where everybody else is. There's normally somebody else by now, isn't there? Usually. Maybe I started a little bit earlier than normal and people aren't quite ready. I think I've started a bit earlier than normal. Oh, wow. Yeah, my legs are absolutely throbbing from the walking today. Right, we are nearly done here. We've done most of the way around. There's two lurkers. Ooh. Lurkers. Hello, lurkers. Well, today you're looking at some CS2 screenshots. I calculated the height limit will be around 4 to 5 kilometers. Excellent. I love that. I love that. So you've gone high with that. I come up with the approximately 20 tiles by 20 tiles. minimum is the minimum it will be in today's terms, but it may be more. Well, I'll say if it's a minimum, of course it may be more. That's the whole point of the word minimum, isn't it? So yeah, super duper. Looking forward to that. So the plan now, I do have a strategy. I have a strategy, right? I'm going to finish the map. That's the first part. My last major build project, if you exclude the 81, but then, like I say, it looks like that's being done for me. I don't have to worry about it at all. We've got the likes of Gerard and whatever. We're going to be doing the actual piecing together. So all I've got to do is grab the file and make a video, which will be great. I love it when it's nice and easy. But yeah, where were we? So this is my last major City Skylines project. I do have a couple of minor projects lined up, just for entertainments and whatever. But I'm going to start work on some, new graphics, etc., new intros, outros, that sort of stuff for when Cities Skylines 2 comes out. So that is that's the plan there. Okay. Yeah, these areas here still need doing, and then this is going to be a bit fiddly, but again, we can do that without too much difficulty today. And the fields, right? Okay, let's do this river delta. But yeah, I need to get hold of this old gamer Sean Builds and AN other to be confirmed, because I have something special, unique. No one else has this. This is unique. Whether it's going to be any good is a different story. Unique does not always equal good, does it? Yeah, they're all very excited by what they've seen, so that's great. It is City Skylines related, and so I think by having 4 of us in on the same video, it might get rid of the monotony of just hearing my voice over and over again. It's just, will it be watchable? Will it be entertaining? I don't know at this point. But yes, so that will be I guess the next, inverted commas, big project for City Skylines. But yeah, I've got to start working on graphics, intros, outros, cutscenes, all the stuff that's going to elevate the channel when Skylines 2 comes along, so that I'm not left behind. So there might be a couple of weeks where I'm quite quiet, because I will just be spending my time just doing that. But we will get it done. We'll get it done. And they keep the theme, obviously, the BonBonB, that one. Got to keep that. That's identifiable as me, isn't it? So that will stay, but there might be other bits that will show the door. Maybe the way that I display the Patreon supporters maybe might change that, and so forth. Come up with new templates. Setting up a template is a big task, and yeah, most of them I start from one and I make minor adjustments to it till it gets so messy that it becomes impossible to make minor adjustments, because you're having to get rid of big changes from the past. goodness. Where is everybody? Hey, hi. If you're watching this right now, don't be rude. Come say hello in the chat. I am watching the chat. I will talk to you. I'm not just giving shout outs, I'm giving you a title today. You get to have your very own title for this video that you can use just for this video, okay? Right, exclusivity. We love you. Random loves you. Well, depends how much wine Random's had, but I'm sure they do love you. I love you. I love you. Oh dear. Right, so this area I think is now got some highlight trees in it. I'll put some highlight trees on here. And then along here as well. Doesn't matter how much I shake the can, nobody's in the chat. Scary. Oh, lurkers. Hello, lurkers. I could do something like next new person to chat in the chat gets a free copy of Cities Skylines II. Terms and conditions apply. Like, the condition is somebody has to give me a free copy and then I'll give it to you. It's not going to happen, so don't get too excited, but you'll be able to claim your free copy on the assumption that everything goes to plan. Ah dear. Last time you drank was I was 8 years old. Oh wow. Yeah. Surrounded by the best wine in the world. Well, I think the French might have something to say about that, but you know, it's good wine. You're well known for your vineyards. Has to be said. Look, even offering to give away a free copy of Cities Skylines 2 to somebody who uses a chat. Nobody wants the free copy of Cities Skylines 2. Terms and conditions apply. Ah, hello. Hang on a minute. Hello. No way you reacted to Random 5. Really? Really? Oh, it's hilarious. Well done. That's superb. That's it. Oh, hang on. There you go. Matthew Wilkinson. You officially, if you weren't here previously, you officially have just won yourself a free copy of Cities Skylines 2. Terms and conditions apply. Trust me, you're not getting a free copy, but on the off chance that I'm gifted a free copy by Paradox to give away, you can claim it. Oh, we've given away Cities Skylines 2. Yes, terms and conditions apply. You confirm nothing, Random. You for confirm nothing. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm not giving away Cities Skylines 2, but I was just trying to encourage people to use the chat. Oh, I know. But yeah, if somebody gives me like a few copies, I'll give you a free copy. It's fine. You're in the box seat because I made the promise. But yeah, it's if only, eh? Paradox don't love me enough to give away free giveaways. Sadly, but it's fine because it means I can be independent, and I like being independent. It just, there's none of this. I was watching, was it that new game Starfield, the Bethesda thing, and there are no negative reviews so far in YouTubers, because the only people that have been given review copies have been told very specifically, if you want more from us, you will not say anything negative. Okay. Yeah. I won't be playing Starfield. Don't play No Man's Sky. I'm not going to start playing Starfield. I used to like No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky upset me a little bit. Right, okay. I appreciate you've got to have updates and patches and stuff. Right. But I had a good base on the go. I had it was, yeah, I'd set things up nicely for me. It wasn't next level. It was I knew my planet, I knew my solar system, and they did a complete reset of everything, and my planet was completely different. Didn't look anything like the same. I wasn't getting the same beautiful screenshots I was getting, and the resources were different. And I was like, well, that just sucks. Absolutely sucks. So I haven't played it much since. They keep adding bits to it, but those bits are more multiplayer. And what I really like about No Man's Sky was what I like about Fallout. You are the sole survivor. It's you. It's you against the world. And in No Man's Sky, it's you. And it shouldn't really include anybody else. You've got the entire procedurally generated universe to explore. And I think, you know, by making it more multiplayer, and yeah, you can go and meet your friends and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to meet my friends. But we've got games that allow you to do that. I don't want that in this game. I come here because I want to explain. I want to explore the universe in my own time, without, like, maybe getting attacked by I mean, I don't think that's built in now, but it might be. Anyway, I was like, not playing this anymore. And then suddenly I found Rocket League, and wow, the fun I have in Rocket League. Made some good friends in Rocket League as well. Right, that is done, isn't it? Yeah, that's done. Right, so I'll have some more water in a moment. You will hold me to that. Good, you should. And if I win the lottery, I'll buy you 2 copies. It's simple. I feel the same, but at the same time, it's great to think there are other players out there somewhere while you're on your own. In some ways, I mean, the universe was being explored, and some planets were being renamed by other players, and occasionally you come across a planet was renamed by somebody. But even so, I mean, again, that was still rare. The chances of actually coming across them, just by the law of percentages, you know that they were there at some point, that they renamed that planet, but they might stop playing the game 6 months ago, or a year ago, or they might have just been there. You know, it's really, I'm done. Anyway, I think that every time they add things to, it's true. I'll say it, not be hi, y'all, hi, I'm waving. I have an arm in the air, and I'm waving at you. Hi, Harry. Oh, hang on, I forgot. Hang on, right, we've got to give Matthew their official title for this stream. And your official title is, you are this stream's official Chandler Bing. There is a reason for that. Doesn't matter. It's systematic, and you are Chandler Bing. Harry Plays. You are Ross. You are the official stream Ross. Okay? In case you missed it, you left 3 vegetation props used to cover the labels next to the highway. Cover the lakes next to the highway. Hang on, in case you missed it, you left the 3 vegetation props you used to next to the highway. Kiki's here. So Kiki is the official Rachel. Rachel, that is your official stream title. I can't hear anything at the moment, but I will add to the view count for now. Be right back. So she's no idea. Matthew's more of a Ross. I'll make me the annoying one. Listen, I told Random the system, right? The system is in play, and it was the order that you guys turned up, and the order that these guys appear on the box set of Friends. So there we go. I do have a part-time job in the army, but nothing like Bob Ross. Shaved dead, 4 days beard and tattoos. Oh, Bob! I've heard of Bob Ross. Right, hang on. So Random said something. Hang on. What were you saying about? In case you missed it, you left 3 vegetation props used to cover the lakes next to the highway. Did I? Right. Where? Yeah, Random is Joey Tribbiani. Indeed, he is. I've only got 2 now. The problem now is the 2 remaining characters are both female. So the next 2 people, if they are male gendered, are going to be in the order of hang on, you know when your brain goes and you've forgotten a name. Courtney Cox, and then Phoebe. Those are the next 2. What's her name? Why can't I think of her name? I've gone blank. Ross. Oh, that's bad. Monica. Right. So, where were these vegetations you were talking about? Well, I know about these. You missed them. After the last patch of trees before the tunnel. Okay, let's go and have a little look. After the last patch of trees before the tunnel. Okay. Oh, look at you. Wow. You should do a map review show. You should definitely do a map review. Yeah. Rachel and Monica. Rachel's already taken now. Rachel was Kiki. First one up. There we go. They can go. Thank you, Random. I have missed them several times. I may have seen them on the final checks, but I did miss them several times. But yes, yeah. Next up is Monica, whoever it is, male or female, and then finally will be Phoebe, and that will be that. So I have now done the 3 passes on all the trees here and up the ridge, all the trees on these plateaus here, all the trees up into here, not on this top plateau, all the trees around here, coming down these rivers and working the way up into the hills here. And I think, did I do the ones up the top? I'm not that worried if I haven't. It looks like I have. I would say that will do fine up there. So, right. So, they're all done. The places that haven't been done. The valley. This valley. And the top plateau. On top of... So, those 3 areas need a 3rd pass. Up this way, 3rd pass up this way, Top has been done. So third pass, and then the fourth pass, which I've just done over the rest of the map. We need to come down and just do final tinkering with the trees in the fake downtown. It's not bad. It's not bad. It just needs some final touches now, and that area will be done. But I did say earlier, I don't know who was here to hear me, these two plateaus here and here I'm not happy with. I want these to be fertile. And I'm just going to double check to make sure that I'm not being an absolute numpty. They are fertile. Cool. Because the placeholder trees here do nothing for me. They do absolutely nothing for me. So they can very much go, or they can stay, and I can work some trees into the middle. I think we'll try the stay option, because I did. Oh, so it would help if we had trees. Trees, trees, more trees, more trees, more trees, more trees, and more trees. Let's bring this. I've reworked the river a bit. It was way too much of a ditch, so I've elevated the river base. I've reshaped the river. It's better. It's not quite there, but it is better. And I think with just one final pass on with the terrain tools, we're probably going to be okay. We will use the bulldozer. Bishty bishty boshty bosh. Die trees. Right. Yeah, all of these guys hanging onto the cliffs. And you, all of you guys as well. Bye bye. And you guys. I had anybody remember Hendrik? I had a message from Hendrik today. I dropped him a message a few days ago because my friend who recently passed, the youngish, she's 36, so young woman who passed, he actually met her once. We went to a pantomime, which is a Christmas play in the United Kingdom. Went as a group together. Hendrik happened to know the leading lady in the show, played the villain. So yeah, we went along and watched that, and so but yeah, just hearing from Hendrik was quite nice, gotta say. I mean, it's not to everybody's taste, but he knows that, and that's fine because he's okay with that. You know, if he's okay with it, and yeah, there are days that I have trouble with Hendrik. There are times, but I'm very very forgiving, very patient, and you know, just because somebody upsets you one day doesn't mean they should upset you the next day, right? So we just, every day is a new day. It's a fresh day. Let's be mature about these things, children, right? But push those up a little bit that way. We've got a few over this way. But yeah, so yeah, it was nice to hear from him. He was obviously very shocked to hear the news. But that's just what it is. That is just what it is. It's the sort of thing. He was very upset when Ikanya passed. Very, very upset. Still, there we go. I think what I'm going to do here is let's get rid of all of these, full stop. I'm going to get rid of all of these, full stop. Most of these are going to be okay. Just just trim it up a little bit down here. So fields, field paintings, and the reason why field paintings, just in case you're wondering, on a map which doesn't have any field paintings, why am I doing field paintings? Well, it's because resources. Yes. Hi, Rachel. You are Rachel. It seems. I'm giving away titles. You are Rachel. As the first officially female gendered person in the chat, you get to be the first image on the box set, and that is Rachel. We already have a Joey, we have a Chandler, we have a Ross, and with Gerard here. Hi, Gerard. You get to be the next available character from Friends, the official next character from Friends for this stream. Unfortunately, we've run out of boys, so you are Monica. Gerard is the stream's official Monica. Hi, Gerard. Sorry, Monica. So we're all friends. You guys are all friends. Oh, yes. You'll be there for me. I know. Right. So, the reason why field painting here, when there's no field painting anywhere else on the map, oil is marked out over here with oil fields. Ore is marked out over here with the quarry. And in the middle, it just makes sense to me to do a little bit of fields. And I'm thinking maybe this might work. Hang on a minute. Ooh, I'm having a moment. Let me have my moment. Right, let's grab. Oh dear, is that water level's really low, Phil? Don't think this is going to work, but we can try. Undo. Now I'm going to put the guideline down. The guideline is going to be a road, because roads are straight. Well, they're not, but this one is. Let's go with a nice straight guideline all the way across there. We are going to do this. I'm not tired. I'm exhausted. My poor body at the moment is... I've been pushing it too hard just lately. And I could just do with a... I could do with a holiday. And of course, 24th of October, there will be a holiday. A holiday for me, where I do nothing but play. Oh, clapping along to the Rembrandts. Why not? I do appreciate that the straight line at the top isn't going to be so straight once I remove the road. I do appreciate that. It's fine. It'll do. It's close enough, I think. Let's have a little nodes and segments. Get rid of the trees. And let's bulldoze that. That's probably straight enough, I think. Alright, we'll do one the other way. From here to there. Can you believe that Random hasn't watched Friends? I mean, kids these days, you know, these old shows from like yesteryear, of course they've not seen them because they're old shows, you know. Us old fogies, we go on about these old shows from like the last millennium. You can't be expecting the kids. Not the randoms really are kids, but you know, students to be watching the old shows now. Anyway, let's grab all of that. Boosh. I said boosh. Thank you. It might work. It might work. Is this going to fill? We're going to find out if this fills. It might do. There's got to be a spawn point at the bottom of that waterfall. There isn't. Oh, that is merrily surprising. Might put a spawn point right here. I might have to. We'll see whether this fills up first of all. I'm going to have a little bit of my water and catch up with the chat. Right, it's very fitting. My nickname, Monica, made, again, I probably just butchered that, made the past 2 decades a lot of non-Dutch people think I was a guy. No way. No way. That cannot be. Gerard, you don't just say this. You can't be that your name, your nickname, was basically Monica. No, that's scary. That is so scary. Oh dear. So I did the same on my map, as it definitely works. Yes. A little bit of we are going to have to, well, it work. Right, I'm not saying that this might not work, but I'm hoping it's going to work without me having to you know, add spawns. I'd rather this did this without a spawn, but I don't think, I mean, we'd have to drop the depth. If I drop the depth, I'm going to have to drop the entire plateau surface. I don't really want to be doing that. I pronounced Monica. No, I can't. I'm not going to be able to reproduce that. Little monk. All right. Since your first year in university. Fantastic. Little monk. Is that because you've got a bald patch? Your wife's nickname sounds like Monica. Monique. In Sinhalese? Sinhalese? Is that... I don't know Sinhalese. I'm thinking, first of all, first thing I think is Singapore. Second thing I think is, hang on, no, is she actually a Sing? Sri Lanka. Yeah. Of course. Of course. Wow, she's from Sri Lanka. Oh, it's amazing, mate. Absolutely amazing. Wow. Proper culture. Proper culture mishmashes going on here. It's great. As you probably know, my grandmother on my father's side was from India. Okay, it's not the same, but it's the same corner of the world, the subcontinent. But yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm genuinely, I'm pleased and a little surprised for all the right reasons. I think I might have to. What is going on out there? Do you idiot out there with his BMW? It was a BMW. Right, we are... I'm going to drop the depth of this, see if we can get a reasonable fill. And I think I'm going to drop the entire plateau. Just enough so that this becomes a shallow rather than a deep, what's the word I'm looking for? Irrigation. Irrigation's what you mean. There we go. Look-see at this. That'll do very nicely. We come over this way. Not going to have to drop the entire thing that much. It should be fairly quick and easy to do. Should be. Right, so apart from the obvious, but it's going to be quite difficult to get a straight line given all the limitations that we have. Well, we'll get some foliage up along front sides of it. But that, yeah, okay. Now, what we need is probably about that height. Bigger brush. Not that big. Not that big. Just make a decision, Bonbon. Okay. Right. Now, I might just leave a hidden ridge along the trees there to stop any potential flooding. Hidden, nobody's going to really notice it because the trees are there to kind of rough landscape just along the edges there. I think we can get away with that. Now, this now is much shallower. Much shallower. Brush strength, I'd like 100%, please. That'd just be so much easier. So where in India was she born? Good question. I don't know. I really don't know. My father, because so basically my father's father was an English serviceman, and he was stationed in India at the time of the partition. So no conflict there, you know. Yeah. My beautiful country's made some mistakes, but let's not go down that path. Anyway, he married an Indian nurse, and they fled during partition into what is now modern day Pakistan, where because obviously it's the whole Muslim, Christian, and what's the word I'm looking for? Brain's gone. Anyway, because of the partition was down religious lines, basically, as much as anything. Anyway, they fled to Pakistan, and then basically moved to the United Kingdom. My father was actually born whilst, I mean, he was 2 or 3 years old when he moved back to the UK, but he was actually born in what is now modern day Pakistan. But where was she born? I don't know. I'm guessing as they fled to Pakistan and not towards Bangladesh, it would have been Kolkata side of the country. But I honestly don't know. I don't know that much at all, really. I got some of these stories. I did pin him down a couple of years ago, only a couple of years ago actually, and said, tell me more, because I don't know these stories. And yeah, some interesting stuff. I wish I'd like grabbed my granddad. Well, at least one of my granddads before he died, especially the German one. He was always reluctant to talk about the war for, the Second World War, for very obvious reasons. But I don't. You're wearing a uniform, you're following orders, and you're doing it for what is being told the good of your nation. If he didn't make the orders, he followed them, which again isn't great. But if you don't follow them, you get shot. So you follow them. But I would like to have, at some point, had that discussion with him, saying, "What did you think when you were given that order?" and so forth. Was it even something you even considered? I don't know. Were you given any orders that you were uncomfortable with? Because at the end of the day, if you're just in the trench, you're not actually, all you're doing is you're defending your land. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Just stories that could have been passed on from generation to generation, and I've missed out there. Got a load of stories off my mum about her growing up post-war with a German surname, which again, that's in Britain, German surname straight after the greatest war that ever was. Yeah, it's not, especially back then as well, very Victorian and British. Britain is so much greater than the rest of the world. Those are the attitudes. And there was a point we were. Don't get me wrong. There was a point. Our islands led the world. It's not the case anymore. Not the case anymore. Only in certain areas. But every country leads the world in certain areas. This is going to be better. And then we'll get the tree painting done. Brush size up. Where are we? Turbulent times, yes. These stories need to be written down. Yeah, I need to be writing down my stories, because one day I'll be gone. Most of my stories will be, well, this one time on YouTube I had this conversation in the chat with this guy called Matthew, and yeah. Your country did amazing things for Sri Lanka. There was no fight for independence there. They still love you. Oh, that's amazing. I appreciate that. Yeah, we didn't do everything wrong in every country, but we did do a lot of things wrong in a lot of countries. But at the time, we were doing it for the right reasons. Again, it's all, I've got to keep everything in context of the time. Like people who owned slaves. I mean, look back and you can hate people for it, but they didn't know any better at the time. These people came from, they were told they came from savage nations, not educated. They didn't even know about God. I mean, come on. I mean, it's ridiculous now when we look back and we think about it. But yeah, at the time, they didn't know any better. And now, how will the future judge us? And the way that we, we're online. We're doing YouTube now. In 50 years' time, 100 years' time, 500 years' time. And they read stories about, these guys used to play a game on a computer, and used to share it. And how will the future generations judge us? It might be that this turns out to be a massive sin in the future. You go, what a waste of time. This time could have been spent researching whatever. I don't know. I literally don't know. But yeah, who knows how the future will judge us. And the old slavery of the time. Yeah, at the time, it was the thing. And then we learn. Clearly wrong. It's so clearly wrong. I don't know, but yeah, our country. But I'm glad that we did some good in Sri Lanka. I don't know too much about Sri Lanka. I mean, Colombo. I could say Colombo. I can say I know there's an interesting connection with the mainland. Not that Sri Lanka isn't big enough to be a mainland. One of the larger islands in the world, isn't it, Sri Lanka? But the way it connects with southern India is actually very interesting. I can't describe it. It's been a while since I looked at it, but definitely very interesting. Almost a land connection, but not quite. Yeah, really cool. Really cool. What we got here? You owned a tea house with a dude from Sri Lanka. Wow. Better than Bali or Thailand. I wouldn't know. Cheap, gorgeous, and still genuine. Fantastic. I don't want to say beyond that, really. Fantastic. Also very hot. Wasn't there some chief of a tribe that travelled somewhere in the late 20th century to England, planted a flag on the beach and said he discovered this land and it should now belong to him? Do you know what? He's more than welcome to have it. Some chief of a tribe in the late 20th century. Yeah, I mean, it's like when America planted the flag on the moon. Yeah, you're not claiming the moon. It's just saying we was here, right? We was here. Of course, India now, they're on the moon. Good for them. Good for them. One of these days, it'd be amazing if we could get all of our nations together and actually work together for a common good. I know the universal currency thing is never going to work. Cannot work. Not as we have it. We need to get rid of currency full stop. But again, that will just hold back mankind. Because capitalism does have its flaws, but it is a really good driver of developing our civilizations and just forcing us, we have to work, we have to progress. What's the benefit of research if you get nothing for it? So all credit, but yeah, if we could all just get rid of all these silly rivalries of culture's important, but we should have open borders with everyone, and I mean everyone. The Russian border with Ukraine should be open both ways. The Channel Tunnel should be open. But if it was done correctly, immigration and migration wouldn't even necessarily be a thing, because we would all be working together. There'd be plenty of water and food in Kenya. There'd be no reason for militant uprisings in Western African countries, because it's all being provided. There's no benefit to being in charge. You don't get anything more for being in charge. Whereas you're in charge now, you've got the whole benefit of corruption on your side. Anyway, I'll waffle. But yeah, it's not going to happen. You're absolutely right, it's not going to happen. Not during our lifetimes. But you look at how things have changed in the last, if you say the last 1,000 years, you've only got to look at technology in the last 200 years. We could even say the last 50 years. And how AI technology is coming along. Could it be that AI, even forgetting about sentience, not saying AI is going to be cut, maybe it will. Maybe it will become sentient. Maybe we will be wiped out by the AI. Maybe. But even if it doesn't, and we could just use AI to run everything, could we then focus on just improving relations? There's no benefits to, oh well, just people won't need to leave their countries because everything will be there. There'll be no benefits to war. In theory, those days are, I think, possible, but it's a long way off, and I think it will require AI to come up with that solution. And it's a long way from it at the moment. I know that. I'm not dreaming or whatever or anything, but I think it's definitely a possibility. It's also scary. But then so was the potential nuclear war. I grew up, as most of you did, with the looming possibility. Every film that you had was like nuclear weapons, and it was it was just like, that's how it's all going to end. Now it's all going to end because they're going to be hit by a meteorite, and then we know the next batch of films are going to be, it's all going to end because the AI is going to rise up and take over, and then something else will come along. I'm not worried. There are real world issues that are more concerning to me than the potential of AI. Global warming, climate change is becoming a problem. The amount of people that think the world is flat is becoming a problem. It's not that they think the world is flat, it's just that if that's what they believe, and then they get votes to vote in the leaders of their countries, and they believe the world is flat, and we're giving these people a vote. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, there are problems. Oh man, yeah. If you think the world is flat, then welcome to my channel. Expect me to laugh at you. But yes, you're entitled to your opinion, even if your opinion is wrong. But you're entitled to it. I would very much like to hear, if you are a genuine flat earther, why, not how is the earth flat, because I've seen a lot of those videos on explaining how it, but why exactly is it being sold to us that the earth is a globe? This is what I want to know. What benefit is there to this ongoing, centuries-long facade that the earth is a globe when it's very obviously flat? Why would they? What's in it? I've heard this thing, oh, it's about control. It's not about control. Okay, it's just not about control. It's just the worst excuse ever at all. I don't, just there. If you want control, there are other ways of getting control, and control by telling somebody, I bet the earth is flat. How does that give you control? It's ludicrous. So I don't know. I'm really confused. A flat earther. Earth is shaped like a Fiat Panda car. Do you know what? It's likely an explanation as anything. The Fiat Panda. What a great little vehicle that was. 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. Fiat Panda. to get it to do that, all you have to do is drive it off of a sheer edge and let it fall, and it'll be 60 miles an hour in 2 seconds. Really, really quick. I mean, it's the same for every other car, but specifically the Panda. Not that I've tested it. I did make those numbers up, but it seems about right. Let's have a little look-see. Right, India not only put a flag on the moon, the rover is leaving tyre tracks in the shape of the flag. No. Oh, that is... They could be there as long as the moon does not stand. Matthew, I think you're not understanding how astrophysics works. But yes, no. Yes, no? No, yes, no. Open borders would be great. Yeah, Schengen zone in and around the EU has opened up a lot for a lot of people. Indeed, it's... I understand, like I say, at the moment we've got hundreds of people a day coming across in dinghies across the busiest shipping route in the world, trying to get to the UK for all the benefits. But if you're living in a world with open borders and open support, it's not about money. Money doesn't matter anymore as such, right? You go, right, okay, we need to produce this amount of food across the world to feed all these people in the world, and then you get the food and water out to Kenya, and it's not about money. We got charities that do this now. It's not about money with them, but they're still working within the confines of money. So I just think that'd be the coolest thing. I don't see it happening. I like what you're saying, says Kiki, but I'm not sure about the transition period leading up to it, especially here in the US. Oh yes, well, the US. You'd have to remove a wall first of all, Kiki. If it hasn't already been ripped down, I don't know. No idea how good we have it. A Gambian teen added me on Instagram. I've been sending him money, 120, and he is again enrolled in school. Teach a man to fish. That's amazing what you've done there, Matthew. Amazing. And again, it's amazing how just a small amount of money in the West is a lot of money in the East or in Africa. Like, you know, you go to Thailand, you can feed a family of 5 for like 2 shirt buttons. USSR bringing nukes to Belarus, and US bringing nukes to Poland and Romania. It's just the old standoff. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The whole thing has ground to... I mean, you look at Russia, right? They are X amount of distance into Ukraine. They're not making any new ground. Ukraine are supposedly claiming back bits of ground, but it's kind of just run to that halt as such. You can't see Russia making big ground increases, improvements in the next few years. The next few months. You just don't see it. What with Ukraine being backed by the West, they're going to be sent updates or new weapons, more tanks as it goes along. If they were trying to survive on their own, that would be different. But because they're being backed, it should just stalemate, which then leaves you with the really awkward position for Russia. One would hope that with maybe a change of leadership, they might say, okay, we'll pull away. We'll save face by saying this is still our land, but we don't recognise it's Ukrainian land, and then try democratically to get leaders in those areas that are basically supported by Russia and whatever. But it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous that we're fighting over these things, but I don't see it escalating. I don't see it. I hopefully won't. Otherwise, we're all in shit. Are you sure he wasn't scamming you? Well, there's a question. I don't want to pay a militia. No, of course you don't. But there is always that, but if you feel you've done the right thing and you were the only person in that situation to know what was going on, But yeah, you may have been scammed. But equally, you may not. Flat earther sounds really cool. Well, we know the earth isn't flat because you've got mountains, right? I've seen some flat earthers on the more religious side say it's because it's a way to make people less religious. It's a very weak argument, because if the earth is flat, God could still have created it. I don't see an argument about religion. Whatever you come up with, God could have created it, or God did create it. So I don't buy it as a the arguments they come up with. It's about control. No, it's not, because if it's about control, there are other ways of controlling that would be more effective than whatever bullcrappery they've come up with the earth being flat. Just idiots. It's just dumb. So fed up with dumb. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let's now hang on. Okay, I think I'm going to pause the simulation, because now that water is going to drop down, and we're going to add irrigation here. Let's do that. First of all, we're going to need a big old hole. We're going to grab it from about here, undo the big old hole, that might do it, you know. That might just about do it, possibly. Right, so what I'm looking for is the roads. Back to the roads. We will do one out this way, and we will do one down this way and one off that way. I'm toying with I think we will. We'll do one there and one there as well. Right, I think I'm going to go and blow my nose. Oh, UFOs. So UFOs are real. Don't talk to me about UFOs. They're very real. So advancing a lot in Ukraine. More than the media tells. Yesterday, one of their drones fell in Romania. Well, there is always that. We're reliant on media. Maybe they are advancing. We will see. I've seen this hovel. He sends me notes from school, dentists, etc. Takes so little. Yeah. Using Soviet USSR course, they reinstated the Soviet anthem as the national anthem. Aeroflot reverted to the hammer and sickle. Soviet flags are everywhere. They're building Stalin monuments. All right. I mean, again, you know me, I'm really happy for the Russian culture to re-establish itself. But as I said before, there are ways of doing it, and invasion is not the way to do it. But yeah, UFOs are so real. I'm just going to go and blow my nose. I'll be right back. Ooh. Let's see. Right, I'm kind of back. Right. Yeah. There are question marks with UFOs. Those tiny little things that the US military have been tracking. And they've got no idea what the heck it is. That is quite interesting to me. Because if they literally have no idea. And again, what benefit is there for it to be a hoax for them? I don't get it. So something is happening. What? Don't know. Is it extraterrestrial? Don't know. Nor do they. Right, let's bring... That road's going to be removed in a moment. So it's okay as it is at the moment. What's that there? Hi, Julia. Oh, hang on, we got Julia. Julia, you are the official Phoebe buffet of today's stream. Right, I've now run out of friends characters. Nobody else can have an official title. Oh, excellent. I'm so glad we had a Julia. Yeah, benefit as OS research without money is you solve a problem and get bragging rights for it. Never understood motivating power. Bragging rights. This is true. This is true. Bragging rights is always big. My brain is bigger than your brain. Harry, are you excited for CS2? Any release for this map? When it's finished, Harry. When it's finished. I'm thinking early next week. I think we're at that point now. Because in terms of tree painting, the bulk of that is now done. We're only up here doing these irrigations because I want to do field painting in the fertile land, which is here, which is getting towards the end of the tree painting, and then I'll be able to, like I say, if you look at the trees here and compare it with the trees here, you'll see these are underdone. There's no point me doing anything more to them until we have the field painting done, so they can blend and merge in. But everywhere else has been done, so that's all good. I do need to do a third pass down the valley. It's pretty good, but it's missing the third pass. There are a couple of missing trees going up here, which will add to that. Also, that same third pass needs to be done up the small valley as well. Again, not a big problem doing it. That won't take very long at all because it's a tree brush, and I don't need to. That pass going up this valley here, there's no detailing involved. It's just run a tree brush up the valley, and then that will be done. And then the filler trees, the detail trees, sorry, a pass running up that. Then there's just going to be a few, like, because at the moment it's just a bit patchy, so perhaps a little bit of small transitional work, a little few patches here and there, just to pull it all in together. And then on a technical level, the trees in this area, I like the layout. I just need, again, that final pass, pulling the whole lot in together as one with some different trees. Once that's done, shipping routes. Oh, the island needs to be done. That island has not been touched at all. So that island, that'll probably be the very last thing I do, that island. And then we'll share it, get it upped. So I reckon beginning of next week, or thereabouts. Let's get rid of that, which means I can do this. I can bring this a bit further down here. Oh, yes, that's my expected. Again, I can't give a date for release because it's ready when it's ready. And it's not quite ready, but it is very close now. If I was to release it now, it'd be barely noticeable any differences that I make between now and then, apart from the shipping route. Does need the shipping route. So yeah, that's the one remaining task, and even that's, I mean, it's not even the 5-minute job. I know the routes that I'm going to place. I know the technique I'm going to use if it doesn't automatically flow. We are pretty good and golden on that one. These streams are like developer diaries for the map. That is the most tenuous description. How are they like the dev diaries for the map? Oh man, is it that like these irrigation because the game is ready to load, but we're just holding back while these are just finished? Is that what you're suggesting? It could be. Anyway, that's all done. This is done. This is now done. Leaves me with just this one, and then I think we'll go about doing some fields. Ooh, when Backbus goes to sleep, all his friends go to sleep. That is something for the English kiddies out there. One of the truly great children's television programs from the United Kingdom. Right, so we have an outstanding bit here. Now, I don't think for 1 minute we're going to have enough water coming over here, but we're going to give it every opportunity to sort itself out. First of all, let's see if that we can pull this back up. I see problems. I can probably fix those problems. I think we've solved those problems. Who knew that actually dropped away there? Because I didn't. But now I do. Apparently, that land dropped away there. I'll run a softening tool over here. And I think we're going to have problems there as well. Okay. Okay. Right, what's going on down here? This is behaving, isn't it? This is behaving. I've got to be very wary. There's a chance of serious overflow here. Because that water, where's the spawn for that water exactly? This spawn is filling to this area much higher than this. Much higher than this. So this could prove very interesting. No, we don't want one of those. This could prove very interesting. Is the balance between evaporation and fill going to be okay? Those are the questions that we need the answers to. Is this going to fill? Or is this going to struggle? Seems to be filling. Slowly but surely. Right, I see again more. Oh, probably build that out, and then we'll soften that there, and we'll soften it a bit here as well. And actually that's going to need the edge softened also, but I'll do that when we've got a slower. Right, is this going to fill? I don't think it is. I don't think it is, but that's going to be okay, because what I'm going to do instead is, ideally I would have liked that to have filled, right? Because I don't really want a water spawn point in the middle of the plateau. Because what I want people to be able to do is to, do you know what? I might just let this be low fill. Also, it looks like it's still filling in. It looks like it's still filling in. I want to give it a few more moments. That is looking more full than it was a minute ago. Wow. Okay. Oh dear. 81 people are currently working to fill the world. I don't know what you mean. Because flat Earth is about control. This moment, the world that's under our control is quite flat and precisely 81 tiles. Yes, very, very droll, Julia. Very droll. Oh, crikey, I missed quite a bit there. On Monday, he drove to Chicago for the first time. It was overwhelming. After an hour of driving in circles and unable to park, I told my wife, I'm ready to go home. Nowhere to park in Chicago. You would have thought they'd have like at least one parking lot somewhere. Anyways, what have we got down here? I thought Chicago would be trashed. Perhaps parts are. It's huge, but the downtown's gorgeous. Yeah, I've again, only know what I know from reading, but yeah, there's so much room in America that if you get a derelict part of town, it's cheaper just to take some new land and build on that than it is to clean up the derelict land in the middle of the city. So I know it's more technical than that, but it does make sense like that. Anyway, makes sense for all the wrong reasons. It is huge, big city. Guess I should visit too when I go to the US one day. Yeah, you should, Gerard. Let me know, because I'm not going. 12 million in the state. Wow. Illinois. There's me, knowing where Chicago is, right? I'm quite pleased. Anyway, right, well, what have we got going on here? Let's soften this edge out. It might also help with the fill if I soften the edge. That might help with the fill. Maybe. Right, so we've got some water in here. We get some foliage along the sides to help mark out the fields, and I reckon this will be okay. I hope. How are we going to do it? How are we going to do it? Forest brush. Forest brush. Does forest brush have a line tool? If it doesn't, it should have, right? Brush shapes. That is a line, isn't it? Oh, of course you can't rotate it, can you? Well, that's why these brushes are no use to me. Why I always just go with a round one. It doesn't matter which way you orientate this, it's always the same. But yeah, that would have been proper. I mean, this is really cool if you make it large, but again, you can't rotate it, you can't do anything with it. I think I'm going to be hang on. Do you know what I'm going to do? No, I don't either. Right, we have a tree. Let's do. Oh, also got a sniffly nose. Again, I've got the fan on in the background. I think it's what's causing my nose to be sniffly. 16 meters. Yeah, it's okay. I think we can work with this. We'll take out whole chunks in a minute. It's going to be fine, even though it looks stupid at the moment. It's going to be fine. I'm not just relying on the line tool. We're going to be going to the next level. And up to here. And I moved my furniture a couple of days ago in the living room. First time in the years that I've been here, because I figured there was only one way the furniture could go in my room. Just the one way. It's quite, my living room is quite small, and to get the sofa, an armchair, TV unit, bookshelf, the computer desk, the computers obviously as well, and so forth. I mean, there's quite a few bits and pieces that go in here. Coffee table, and basically there was only one way it could logistically all fit in. And it dawned on me the other day that there might be another way. So I've made changes, and it's better in as much as it's been the other way for so long. It's just nice to have a change. Don't think it's actually any better really that much. In fact, with the TV, I'm more likely to get window glare now off the TV because it's now facing the window. But I don't really watch the TV. It sits in the corner of the room. Once in the blue moon, I'll put a DVD on, or if there's, you know, England on the TV playing football, I will watch it. And but yeah, that's it really. It's just needed changing really. But yeah, I've seen walls I haven't seen in a long while because it's had, I mean, 16 years of sofa pushed up against it. I pull it out for hoovering, vacuuming, but there's not really any room to pull it out too far. So yeah, it was just getting out to the the back of shelving units and stuff like that. It's like, oh blimey, how long's that been there, you know? Anyway, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, let's put it that way. There was a fear that it was going to be, oh my god, where's that? I was looking for that a decade ago. Nothing like that has turned up. That is not bad as a first pass for fields. Right, we will do second passes and third passes and background passes, and I'm glad to be able to catch a stream. Ironically, it's only because of work crushing me and me listening to the stream to isolate myself from the world in the home office. Julia, big hugs. Man. Yeah, if I can help just by being here, then great. And also the other guys, they're amazing. So yeah, use us. We'll take the burden from your shoulders just for a little bit. I'm going to switch to this tree eventually. Oh, sorry, I'm back with you. Yeah, it's easy to say don't let work crush you, but it's not just the case. Yeah, it's just life sometimes gets in the way, doesn't it? You can't, you know, you have to let it crush you, because that's how. I need to change the pattern of trees here slightly. Hang on, let's move the spacing down a bit. Yeah, it's like with me, I'd like to pack up, take a holiday. Haven't had a holiday since, well, I've had this chat in the chat before. Last time I had what I would regard as a holiday, it was 4 days in the caravan park, which was less than 20 miles from where I live. I was happily married at the time, and I've been divorced a long time now, so it gives you an idea of how long since I had what I would call a holiday. And a lot of people would say, well, 4 days in the caravan park 20 miles from home is not a holiday. Holidays when you go get a tan, go overseas, meet, get a culture and so forth. And I said it before, I'll say it again, I wouldn't know what to do on a holiday. I really wouldn't. Never been on one as an adult. I would be bored in no time. So yeah, you're welcome to your holidays. I don't want one. Have I done this side? I haven't done this side. Yeah, it's just not for me. Okay, that's definitely tree shapes, aren't they? Alright, Mr. Motorbike. One of the new memes. I haven't done the new joke yet, have I? I haven't shared the new joke with anybody who's not heard the new joke yet. I'm going to go and do it in a second. Everybody knows it. It was here yesterday. I'm so stupidly proud of this one, as stupid jokes go. Okay. But I'm not going to be distracted until I've finished the pass. I think we've done the pass there. We do have the upper level. The upper level. And oh yes, Gerard. Yeah, you want to hear it live for the first time. Oh, I told it about 3 times yesterday, and each time Gerard's sound card just like cracked just as I got to the punchline. Just like, yep, the sound card knows that the joke is so good you shouldn't be allowed to hear it. It's awful. Anyway, right, I think other than this little stretch here, second pass on these fields. Again, they're not fields, but that is a good start, I think. Right, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Can't go more than 24 hours without hearing the joke. The new joke. Here we go. Prepare yourselves. It's worth it. Everybody loves a big old bridge. Well, except for me. Bridges make me cross. Badum-chush. Oh, hang on. No, I don't need to do that. I'll do that. There we go. Okay. Right, what's that? Hang on. Just... What is... A little bit of activity outside on my CCTV. It's probably nothing. Just when people go into the blind corner where you can stand and basically not be seen, but you can just see the person from where I am, it makes me wonder what they're up to. Quite often it's nothing. Very often it's using the area as a toilet, but sometimes it's to take advantage of not being seen, if you know what I mean. I don't think there's anything to worry about here. Actually, don't think there was. It's okay. We can move on. But yeah, everybody loves a big old bridge. Someone please ban BonBonB for that one. You heard it live. Change your profession based on what I already did in my spare time. Went to college based on this. If I didn't like it, my job, my life would be a nightmare. Oh, do you know what? If I didn't enjoy my day job, I would go mad. Because at the moment, I mean, basically, yeah, it's the end of days for my industry. End of days. I'm working because it's cheaper than going bankrupt. And I've only got to do it for about another 3 years and I can move on with my life. And basically working almost for free for the next 3 years. It's, yeah, if I didn't enjoy the job, it would drive me nuts. Although it can be a bridge too far. What a great film that was. Harry Platy makes you cross. Oh, I love it. Anyway, did we catch up with everything there? We have a private security company that guards our apartment building. We also have 3 guns and a cat. A cat. Don't underestimate the cat. 3 guns. Wow. Anyway, this is stepping up. I'm thinking vegetation along here. It'll just hide a few sins. And also, I'm going to just do the bulk delete here, and we'll just redo this. This doesn't, it's not even close. It's not even close. Right, that's room here and room down here and room here. Right, so let's do back to the tree line. Well, we're still on the same tree line. That will do. if I can remember. Oh, am I in Forest Brush? I am in Forest Brush. What am I doing in Forest Brush? No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I'm confused. Again. That's the one. We'll use that one, please. Come on. Come on, game. Give me what I need. Oh. What? What? That's not what I wanted. Kill it. I wish I'd just used the picker tool now. So we'll do that instead. Doesn't matter which tree comes up here because it will be one that we can use. Hello? Oh, what? I'll try that again. That feels better. Finally. Finally. We'll work the tree painting around all of this. That's the plan. Not bad. Up to there. We're probably going to do a couple of splits in these fields as well, because these do feel a bit on the big side. Back to there. Right, so that's cleaner. I would go back to these with the live oak. Be very nice if you could. That's the right one. Yep. Push the spacing up, and we will do exactly what we just done. Let's start at the top. That. That's all right. That's done actually. Don't need to go any further down that way. All the way around here, all the way up to here, and then all the way along here. We are going to have ourselves a nice little fertile area. This is exactly the effect that I'm after. Up to here, up to here, up to there, back to here, up to there. That's done. Alright, the upstairs is done. And now we do the downstairs. Whew. Oh, hello. I see the word sadism. I want to know what's been going on in the chat, but I am not gonna... If I stop reading every bit of chat, this map never gets done, right? So you are kind of free to talk about whatever floats your boats. Masochism, sadism, bigamism, whichever. So bigamism only becomes from the meme where I was making Bonbon Island and I wanted bigger trees. Yeah, bigger tree, and it stuck in my head, sadly. Drove me nuts. We are making good progress here. That goes up to there. Right. This should be straightforward. So there we go. That's done. This one also feels like it should be straightforward. Up to here. Up to there. Up to here. Up to there. Here. 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 Up to the corner. And in. And up to here. Across to there. Back down to there. To there. Up to there. And to here. And to here. And the home straight. Okay. This one up here just feels like I think we want just to break that one up. Across there. What shape here though? I think it has to come. Don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. No, me not like it. Oh my god, that sounded more like a very poor East Asian accent. Me not like it. Can I say we'll ignore that? Pretend it never happened. It would also help if they... Ooh, hello. Wrong button. There we go. I'll try that again. Want this tree. Prop line tool. Just that. Just that. This one here. And potentially this one. No, that's too symmetrical, isn't it? All the way down. It's just, it needs the break. It needs the break, so we're going to give it a break. I don't mind that, you know. Even this one. Maybe, yeah, we'll, what am I trying to do here? I've forgotten. We'll leave it open to this end. Yeah, we're getting there, I think. We are getting there. It's... I'm not going to do a third pass on these. I'm going to have to, I think, with the vegetation, do something. Is this water going to flood? I'm really concerned about this water overflowing. I think I've judged it about right, but it is very concerning to me. I'm a Luddite. Oh, hang on, maybe you're not talking about me. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to blow my nose again first. Right, so I'm going to leave this here so that you can witness the marvel that is the field so far. I'll be right back. Oh, hello. I come back into the room. Hello. Right, so where was I up to? Ha ha ha. Yes, I only see you when you talk about Satan's and Luddites. Oh dear. Was that about jingoism? I also have a lot of books. Over a decade ago, I put in many bookshelves above my monitors. They gave way in the middle of the night. Oh my god. That's the worst. Oh, that is the worst. Put a cat. What about the cat that fires Legos? Cat? Oh dear. The only thing I can tell you is cats, right? You know, somebody said that they can't bark, and I actually can prove that wrong. I did actually make a cat go woof once. Did this by pouring petrol over it and setting it alight. Yeah, there's a very, very sad cat joke. I'm not a cat hater, I'm just not a cat lover, alright? Let me be. I need. What am I looking for here? Did I have any down here somewhere? I don't think I've used them, really. I've just deleted the two that... They were here for a reason. Random. You've made me delete my my vegetations. They were there for a reason. Oh, man. Okay. Vegetation. That's what we need. I'm going to use... not sure. So varies, varieties. Maybe that one. Maybe that one. Let's come down the end here and see what happens if we... So maybe a mix. We'll start with this one. Let's come down to the ends where it's going to be wet and mushy. Wet and mushy. That's what we're doing. Nothing beats the smell of an old book. Well, I would say there are things that beat the smell of an old book, like a bakery. Fresh bread out of a bakery. That beats the smell of an old book. Oh, public lavatories in London. Yeah, that's exactly what you want. Yep, it smells exactly what you're imagining. Like, if you've never been to one, you don't want to. It's just no, just not good. Right. No, is that everything down? Oh no, it's not everything down. I'm going to come bring a variant vegetation into these areas as well, just so it's a little bit more interesting. But these, I think, are going to be fine like this. We come up the other side. We'll do again a few up that way, a few there as well. Need to go too mad on that one, or that one. Once these field edges are done, we can actually then do the tree painting around it and just tie it all in together. Oh, you're not going to bother with that. That's going to do. It's going to do, all right? It's going to do. Furry cowhide. What a cover. Cowhide's an amazing. I think when I was at school, and you had to cover your books at school, I think I used cowhide on one of them because it's just what we had. It's like, yeah, everybody else is using the latest magazine posters and whatever, and we didn't have them. Yeah, a box of skins. Yeah, a lot of it's not paper. Old paper qualities indeed. Oh yeah, I mean, there is something. Old books there is something about old books. Also, new magazines, the smell of a new magazine, the gloss that they put on the paper. I'm a former news agent, so magazines used to come in and sort of like opening up the boxes as like poof, hit you in the face. Lots of smell. I'm really worried about this. Is this? It looks like it's holding firm. I think I might have to leave the simulation running for a while, because it looks like it's holding firm, but I'm not entirely convinced. But again, I want it to hold firm because with no water spawns down here, it just means that the city builder only has to dam off here, and this just dries up. They don't need to have the extra landscaping tools. They can just play 100% vanilla. That's always my intention with this particular city build. Right, I think let's get rid of that. Let's call this up. Final highlight brush. Don't want that one. My other brush. I saved the brush. It was right here, and it's just disappeared. Right, okay, I'm just going to have to recreate it, aren't I? I'm just going to have to recreate it. We need, again, for the 80th time, live oak. Making sure that live oak is the one selected. We also want to have the Norway spruce. Norway spruce. Oh, goodness me. Norway spruce. I think it's that one. Let's just come down here, have a little look at the result. There's definitely the ones. Good, good, good. So what we could do now is edge up around here. Again, this is just a quick pass. Don't be expecting any quality on this first pass. It is just about having a little bit of quality and quantity. And we've got plenty of trees up this way. But I'll do the, because that'll bring in a few of the spruce. A few along here. And along here. Bigger brush. Smaller brush. Edge it. Edge it, edge it, edge it around here. And edge it, edge it, edge it around here too. Right, I think we're very, very close now. Yeah, I think we're very, very close now. There's some variants. Here and there. And a few clusters here and there. You know what else would work really well along here? Yes, I do. Good. I'm glad you brought it up, BonBonB. You beauty. There it is. The solos. I was saying that these are the wetland trees. Why have I got no wetland trees? Actually, this might be what we need to elevate these. Cannot build on water. Are you kidding? I'll have you know, can have them wherever I want. I am BonBonB, God of self-righteousness. And I will not be defeated by water physics. Never! Putting these along here. Also hides a little bit of the semi-glitchiness of the rivers, of the, sorry, the irrigations. Cannot build on water. Well, that's not a problem. I will fix that in a moment. With the magical move it. I'm going to use the move it here, I think. It'll just mean I can actually get it all done in one pass. Anybody want some music? Cities Skylines II, water physics. It's, do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, we are I think they may even use the exact same water physics, because if you actually have a look at the water movement screens, so you can see, you know, your poop flows downstream, you know, that kind of stuff. When you have a look at those are exactly the same. So it makes me think that maybe the actual water physics model is the same. If it is, then first of all, yay me, because it means I don't need to learn it. Plus, I can just basically rehash the old water physics tutorial. Could just up it again. It'll make making one of my best videos for Cities Skylines 2 really, really easy. And I will exactly copy it. God, just anything easy for a YouTuber should be done, right? Should be done. Anyway, that's coming down this way. Need to do the uphill as well. I haven't done the uphill yet. Anyway, let's bring this down here. I think this works in as much as the other field lines. Yeah, along these we're getting the double line, but the regular fields just going to be a single line. I think that kind of works because of that. We'll do a few around here. Heading back up. And probably along here as well. Lovely. Oh, and this one. All right. And then the upper section, which will be quicker because it's just a smaller section up here. And we'll do a few tree clusters around as well. Again, just to break up these are just square fields with nothing going on kind of vibe that we're getting. And then this will be almost job done. Finally. Very excited. Very excited. Cannot tell you how excited. Well, I can. Very excited. Right up there with, if you want to join the People's Front of Judea, you have to really hate the Romans. I do. How much? A lot. Alright, you're in. Monty Python, absolutely genius. Just genius. Oh, man. Right, moving down. It's not the only great British comedy, of course. We had a lot of really good. I mean, some mothers do have them. Frank Spencer, the hapless, slightly half-witted, very innocent, almost childlike Frank was just always in trouble. He just didn't realise he was trying to do good things. He just didn't realise he was actually making things worse all the time. His poor mother. His poor mother. Oh man. And he found love. And also a hapless, but yeah, Betty, at least she was like partially compos mentis. Oh man. God, I love it. Quality sitcom. Right, I'm just I'll catch up with some chat in a moment. Just one of those, because I'm making good progress. If I stop and read the chat, it's just nothing gets done while I'm reading the chat, right? I think we can agree with that. I mean, we get entertained by me struggling to say Spanish words with a German accent or whatever. That is another step. That's not bad. Actually, that I'm not hating this at all. Just a couple of things now. In fact, it might even work. Oh, I'm going to do it. It's going to be quicker, I think. Rather than setting up another freaking tree brush. Another one. Is that the right tree? I don't think it is the right tree, you know. It doesn't feel like the right tree. It is. It's the Norway spruce. Just don't know why it doesn't quite look right. That line seems very straight. almost weirdly straight. No, it doesn't. I'm just going to patch out a few of these areas. For imperfections. Oh, blimey. Oh, Mr. Logue. I'm still trying to figure out how to correctly do it in the box, let alone efficiently. Fair enough. Very hard thing. Yes, I'd agree. I'd agree with all of that. BonBon sounds like me when I'm alone. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be marginally better. Correct. Right now, it behaves like light, just substituting redshift and absorb. Wow. Wow, look at Julia with her big words, everybody. Hang on. Julia with her big words. There we go. Short round of applause for Julia. Oh, man. Yeah, Frank Spencer was indeed played by the first Phantom of the Opera, Michael Crawford. When I read he was going to be Phantom of the Opera, it blew my mind. But he was superb. There we go. If a little like viscosity waves would interfere. Oh, blimey, she's still off on her big words. Oh, I haven't got anything for big words. Have something dramatic. Here we go. Have some dramatic for big words. In order to coordinate Cities Plus. She's really, really good. I recognise they are using fluid voxels. You are correct. Look at the big brains. I love that we have big brains in the community. What is that sound effect? Hang on. What is that logo for? I'm going to play a sound effect. I don't know what it's for. I recognise, like, here. This is the toilet flushing. This is the burp. Right. These are notifications. Right. This is a rewind. But I've got an icon here. I don't know what it means. So here we go. This is a big surprise. Oh, I do remember. Oh, I don't remember Julia. Remember poetry does. But anyway, here we go. Sound effect. I have no idea what it is. I don't think it does anything. Okay. Well, that's one for me to look up later. Right. That was the world's biggest anticlimax. Yeah, so I work for a company making simulators for train engineers. Wow, there you go. I don't remember Julia. Oh, I'm so bad. Do you know what? I'm so bad. I hear so many things about so many people and whatever. Bits fall out of my head all the time. I can barely remember what my name is some days. What is my name? Somebody help me. Well, I need some help. Right. Anyway, I am upping the trees in those areas. I'm going to do a little tree flurry here. Just up the forestry around here as well. Just whack your head with a cricket. You'll be fine. From now on, your name is just BonBonB. Yeah, that would work. This is definitely working better for me. I am gonna add, just because I think we can all agree that this is going to make every bit of sense here. There we are. It's not too much, is it? just the one building just there, covering the entire farm area. But that'll do. That will do. Right, so, wow. Okay, we're not done, but that is serious progress. We've effectively done the full pass. Now, if I come down to any of these areas down here, let's come down to the beach areas. Could argue that I could get a bit more trees running up the. There are things like, again, you could say here it just seems a bit. You're right. That's a technical term. Some trees running up. So there's. I think what I'm probably going to end up doing in certain places is. What's this? Let's go back to the live oak because it's a good, safe, solid tree. And then what I make... Excuse me, why don't you close that down completely? Size. Size can be slightly larger. Density will be lighter. And then with the larger brush, just basically a few bits of this here and there to break up some of the empty areas. In fact, I'm probably just going to do that here right now, and I won't come back and change it, just to tie in bits and pieces. And like these areas here, if I go with a smaller brush, just to help transition it a bit. So if having too much of a hard line, I probably will just end up trimming a few bits here because, again, it's quite cliffy around here. And so on. So there's going to be a lot of bits of like that to do. Throughout the map, and that should bring it all together very nicely. But yeah, the main trees are done. The only areas that need doing now, and they are literally limited to the valley going up around the back of the high plateau there, the high plateau, this small valley here, and then working the trees in this area, just adding a little bit of finesse to the lines and just tying things in together. Other than that, this map is done. In my mind. I mean, I could work it for another 6 months, couldn't I? Might add a little bit more life along this river here, because this has just been retooled, and there are just little areas like here But you can see it hasn't been properly worked. So I'm going to be looking out for little bits like that as we go. Brings it up, brings it down. So yeah. No, I'm liking that. Julia's going. All right. Well, thanks, Julia. Safe journeys. Whack your head with a cricket bat. Read that one. Yeah, and then we say goodbye to Julia. There we go. So, I think, because I've not had any dinner yet, I'll help, but it's just been so warm. It's so warm now, but if I don't have something to eat, I won't eat at all. So I'm going to go and grab some dinner now. I might stream tomorrow morning, UK time tomorrow morning. But we are now getting down just to the bits and bobs. Just the bits and bobs. It's going to come together in the next couple of days. We'll be doing screenshots. Lots of screenshots. I've got an idea actually for screen. Let me show you this while we're here. Well, before I disappear. Hang on a second. Let's get rid of that. And that. Hang on. What's? I'm confused. Brush size. Alright, well, we'll just leave this up on the screen at the bottom here. Oh, there we go. I just couldn't think how to close it down. I'm getting tired. That's what it is. Right, so I think one of the sets of screenshots I'm going to do is showcasing how varied the playability is on the map. So, for example, here's your start square, obviously. If you want to do a downtown build, and I'm looking at these as 9 tile builds, okay? Not the you've got extra, you got the full 25 or the 81, but just 9 tile builds. So a downtown 9 tile build will be just the 9 that surround the center tile. Then you could have things like what I'm going to call the connections, which will be harbour, airport, freight yard, all those sort of bits and pieces, where you would be effectively coming this way from the start square. You won't be pushing up this way. You'll have both sides of the main river, but you'll have everything that's around the harbour area here, giving you access to the main rail line, this spur on the rail for the main freight yard, and there's room in there for an airport as well, or maybe here for the airport, or here for the airport. So that's the second. So the connections build would be that. If you wanted to do you're looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you build on this side of to get started, and then you come over and you just basically buy up these 8 tiles, or maybe these 7 tiles, maybe not this one, maybe these 7 tiles, and perhaps this one. Or then you got farming, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and your choice of a 9th tile. Maybe this one. I don't know. Then you've got oil, where you'd be coming up to say you want these 4 tiles, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You'd have your city build this way if you're focusing towards an oil build. If you're looking towards tourism and scenic views, you'd be coming down as well. So you go 1, 2, so you get the castle, 3, 4, possibly this one 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would give you the scenic views and tourism. I think there's so many ways, of playing this. You've got the coastal build, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just going for a coastal city. I think there are so many different ways of actually playing this one that it just excites me. I'm so proud of our work. Anyway, so yeah, I'll do something in the image editor to be able to showcase that, and we're going to get loads of screenshots because it's a good way of showcasing the map. And they're going to come up with a thumbnail for it, because how do you showcase this? How do you showcase this? I mean, I still think this is the best angle for showing the map. If you look at it from this direction, I think the mountain over there just has a more of a flattened kind of. Is it just because we're no? It just doesn't. It's not quite as pointy up that top way, whereas the mountain in the corner over there, once it's actually in frame, does have more of that point. So this is definitely you get the lines being drawn in with the rivers. You've got the triangle within the triangle. It's just, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Right, anyway, I'm gonna disappear. How long have I been streaming? 3 hours. I made 3 hours. Woohoo! Well, yeah, that's 3 hours almost. But it's been really, really good. You guys are the best as always. In the chat's amazing. I normally go back and give everybody a second shout out. Shall I do that? I'll do it. Gerard, Julia, Poetry, Tommy. I missed you. Oh no, I saw the comment. I didn't say your name. Tommy, Randon was here. Hi, waves to you, Randon. Matthew was here. Who else was here? We had Random and Random were both here. As I was scrolling up, Harry plays. I said Harry, I think. Pretty sure I did. And we're getting up towards the top now, I think. No, we're only about halfway. It's been a 3 hour stream with lots of people dipping in. RCN was here. Sorry, RCN, I didn't mention you at all. Or did I? I don't remember. It's a little while ago now. And so on. And Kiki was here. Kiki as well. It's been a good one. This is one of my favourite streams so far. This one, again, not big numbers, but I'm not here for the big numbers. It's been good. You guys are the best. I'm gonna go and get myself some frozen pizza or something. Hope you guys are really, really good. Like I say, hopefully I'll be on tomorrow morning. What day is it tomorrow? Tomorrow was Thursday. It is possible I could be on tomorrow night as well. I don't have anything booked for tomorrow, so tomorrow night would be a possibility, although I may have to be recording Cities Skylines 2 o'clock. I need to contact the guest. We'll get it sorted. Anyway, you know the routine. If you haven't already hit the like button, and now is a very good time to do so, because we'll be ending the stream in a few moments. So give it a quick click now if you don't mind. And I am going to go and sort myself out. You guys are the best. I've been BonBonB. You've been very, very welcome, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.